Disgusting. That's how Kentucky's Attorney General describes companies selling serial killer memorabilia.
Items said to have come from Michael Carneal, for example, are being sold over the internet right now. Carneal gunned down fellow students at his West Paducah High School in 1997.
WLKY's Steve Bergen has been investigating what's referred to as murderabilia.
Vicki, Rick, Kentucky actually has a law dealing with this, but we discovered it's tough to enforce. One of Carneal's victims told me these murderabilia websites are very disturbing.
3 counts of capital murder.
Guilty but mentally ill.
14-year-old Michael Carneal killed 3 of his fellow Heath High School students and wounded 5 others.
Now that he's started to, put that murder memorabilia and stuff like that on the serial killer stuff, I mean, to me, that's very sickening for him to do something like that. To me, that's almost like kind of glorifying what he's done.
Missy Jenkins, 15 years old at the time, was paralyzed.
I had a friend of mine tell me that they had found that on the internet and had seen it, and I couldn't believe it.
The website she is talking about is Serial Killers, Inc. It's operated out of Jacksonville, Florida. Not only can you find Carneal's sketches, letters, and poems, you can find items connected to scores of other notorious criminals. You can even shop by category: cannibals, gay killers, satanic killers, and school shooters. There are also other sites selling murderabilia where you can buy serial killer trading cards and action figures. There is the Jeffrey Dahmer calendar, rare footage of the Dahmer trial and his TV appearances. Dahmer ate some of his 17 victims.
We're on a record. This will be a subsequent parole consideration hearing for Charles Manson.
Online, you can buy copies of Charles Manson parole hearings. Manson had his own family of killers. Artwork of John Gacy sells for thousands of dollars. He was known as the Killer Clown.
People make money off of the lowest of the low.
Joanne Phillips is a victim's advocate. Her 20-year-old daughter was shot to death in 1990. Phillips blames the media for turning killers into celebrities. She says websites selling murderabilia should be outlawed.
There's a market out there.
There's a huge market. And what does that say about Americans? Why would someone want to see that? What's the interest in that? Where's the interest in the young girl who's still in a wheelchair?
Because of the web postings, Missy Jenkins says Carneal's apology to her 4 years ago means a lot less today. One of the operators of Serial Killers, Inc. says Carneal, who is behind bars, gave them the items and he was not compensated.
There's a lot of people that find it in bad taste, which is fine. Everybody could have their own opinion about it, but it's a legal business, so I don't think there should be that much of an uproar about it.
But to me, somebody profits off of it, so it's still, accusing what happened to me and the people that died and all that as if it's an awesome thing whenever it was a terrible thing. Definitely. I mean, we've all tried to turn it into a positive thing and do positive things with it, and this isn't a positive way of dealing with it at all.
Carneal, who is at the Kentucky State Reformatory at LaGrange, did not respond to our request for an interview. State Corrections launched an internal investigation. We'll have more on that and tell you how much money child killer Cecil New wanted us to pay him for an interview. That's coming up at 11. Steve Bergen, WLKY News.